Hey everyone! Before we start with the episode, I just want to apologize. I've been having a problem with my audio, and to that end, the game audio was cut from this recording. I know what happened, and I can and will do better next time. Thank you so much for your understanding. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Skyblock. I'm so happy to be back. In between this episode and last, like I told you I was gonna do, we already had that guy, but look at this! Finally, this guy dropped out of the sky. I managed to basically the same thing we did here, is I carted and did this stuff, and moved him into here, then appled him, and weaknessed him, and swapped over, and we got a green coat! Which means that he is worthless for everything except for breeding new villagers, which I guess is fine, because that's all we were planning on doing with him anyway. But we also got one more thing. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to show you something. Nah, I'll do it this way. Okay, we got one more thing. One more thing? One more thing hype? One more thing? Okay, I have another villager! We got this guy. I did name him Zombert because I was worried that it was going to despawn on me. Zombert here is I believe he's a blacksmith or a toolsmith. Toolsmith, that's what I was looking for. We got another zombie, which means, and how I did this is, do you remember how I built this as a dark room? And you can kind of see the remnants of it still. I built it as a dark room and just... monster spawn, I kill monsters. Monster spawn, I kill monsters. Monster spawn, I kill monsters. Until we finally get a zombie villager. And then I hit him with a potion of weakness. And then fed him an apple. And then I protected him and named him. And actually I named him. Ran off to get the potion of weakness and the apple. And then, right, you understand. So he's pretty good. He is, like I said, a toolsmith. He had a Fortune 1 iron shovel. Meh. And the iron trade, the standard. So this was a pretty cool one. Unbreaking 2, efficiency 2, silk touch on an iron pickaxe. Not bad. Thank you, Zombert. 3 diamonds, which we'll never use. And then check this out. Okay, so all of the toolsmiths or whatever will have some similar trade. 15 emeralds, which I believe is the most expensive version of this trade. I believe it's like 12 to 15 emeralds. Somebody's going to fact check me in the comments, so just check comments to make sure I'm right. So 15 is expensive, but look at what we got. Efficiency 2 on breaking 2, that's incredible. That's so good. So hype. Okay, yes, no, I'm excited. Obviously, I'm excited because that villager is, that's, what are we using right now? Efficiency 1 on breaking 1. So that's, twice as good, right? And then I also got this. Because there were so many monsters spawning, they were, like, the skeletons would see me, and then every single skeleton would shoot. And remember that monsters can spawn inside of monsters now, so, like, keep that in mind whenever you think about how difficult it was to get that guy to spawn. And then, like, isolate him from all the other monsters. So anyway, all these skeletons would spawn. I would then come down the ladder. The skeletons then shoot at me. Well, because there's like, 10 monsters all clumped right on top of each other, the skeletons shoot at me, and they all shot a creeper. And the creeper died because the skeleton shot it and gave us a music disc. And it actually gave us not a bad music disc, so I'm kind of excited about it. So, yeah, hype. So now what we need to do for this episode is I need to move these two soon-to-be lovebirds into this hole over here. And I did also get a pressure plate placed down there, and then there's also a torch, but like we can put a torch here just to make sure that monsters don't spawn, because if you remember, monsters don't spawn on pressure plates anymore. There's also a pressure plate under that guy, and everything else over there is half slabs, in addition to being spammed with torches. So what I need to do is I need to get some sort of system here, and which is why I have all this in my inventory. I need to come up with some sort of system in order to move both of these villagers. I almost said both of these brochachos, but really that doesn't make sense, does it? If they're going to be like breeding with each other, I don't know. I don't even know how I want to do this. I guess I'll just have to do it separately. So I need to get these guys moved into that space, and I need to get them out of the minecart at some point as well. So how do I get them out of minecart and into hole? So we could. Oh, let me go get some. Let me go get some solid blocks over here. So I'm thinking like we destroy, and the carrots are for the villagers as well. So that way they have food, and then they want to start breeding, because there's going to be no way to enable breeding on that second villager because I can't trade with him. So anyway, I'm thinking like I put it there, and then I don't want to fall in that hole. That's actually why I have ender pearls on me, is because you fall in the hole. The only way of getting out of said hole is, well, yeah. And then I'm going to also put some blocks there, and there to prevent this guy from escaping. No matter, like, he's probably going to get out at some point. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure that this is going to work. But I'll move him into this space. And then the last thing that I'll do is I want a sign. Let me go grab a sign. Is there a sign anywhere around here? Please? Please? No. Okay. Okay, I got my sign. So I'm going to put a sign here. And then I'm going to, like, probably, once the villager is inside, I'm then going to place water on that block. The water will then flow forward, and I'll wall all of this in once there's a villager inside. And see, I'll be able to place the water from this angle, hopefully, and then the villager will fall into this hole whenever I then pick the water back up. That's the idea. I don't know if it's going to work, but that's the idea. So I don't believe he's in a minecart right now. But before we put him in a minecart, I need to give him all the carrots. Okay, looks like he picked up the carrots. So then I need to break this. We're going to put some rails here. And then do something like that. I'm a little scared now. So we want him to come out this way. How's it going, buddy? How's it going? How are you? And then I'm going to pop down here with him. Hopefully push him out. Okay, and we're off. We're off. Just take it nice and easy. Don't go too far. Don't go too fast. Don't go. Yeah, okay. That looks really good. He's not suffocating on the other side. Now, I'm really hoping. Okay. Great so far. He's in there. So is my minecart. But you know what? I'll just make more minecarts. I think that's the least of my concerns right now. Okay, so we wall the rest of this off. You know what? He just may move in there on his own. He, she, I don't know. It's villagers, man. It's impossible to tell. Okay, now please don't die from fall damage. Okay. Success! I will just get that minecart right back. Okay. And then, you know what? I think I'm going to put that. I think I'm going to destroy that block. So in case he gets pushed too far, this next one does. That it doesn't risk. I'll put a torch there to prevent monsters spawning. So that way it doesn't risk suffocating the villager. So we did it. One villager done. One to go. Let's just, I'm grabbing the rails. We put the rails on the other side. Put the rail. Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited. This has been so long in the making. So then, yeah. This last minecart worked a little better than this one did, didn't it? So why did the other minecart work better? I feel like this is like a rhetorical question. Like, why did the chicken cross the road? Okay, there we go. It was momentum. That was the question. Okay, so we do all this stuff like we did before. We jump in here. We push the villager. Villager goes off. Uh-oh, we forgot to give him carrots, didn't we? Oh God, he's gonna suffocate. I didn't push him forward far enough. Okay. That might have been too much damage. This guy might die. I don't have a way of obtaining a splash potion of healing, do I? I could get a potion of healing by killing a witch that is in the process of healing. Do I have one lying around? I don't believe I do. I don't want that guy getting down or out. Not yet. He just took too much damage because I was distracted by carrots. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get carrots to be able to feed him. What happened to the second stack of carrots? Did I give both of those to the other villager? Man, I don't even remember. We might have a splash potion of healing somewhere that we got exactly the way that I described. A witch died while it was trying to drink the potion. Did I look at it and miss it? It's a bunch of emeralds. It's not in there. It's not going to be in there. That's all wood. I could just be looking at it and freaking out and not realizing that I'm looking at it. It's all books. I could have sworn we had a potion somewhere in this world. We did. Okay. I'm so excited. We did it. Okay. So, I'm just scared that villager's gonna die because of fall damage. That's all that this freak out is, right? So we put potion of health in there. We put gunpowder, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be incredible. Okay. Okay. And we did it. Splash potion of healing. Man, I'm not sure if this is a waste, but this feels like as good of a use as any. And maybe in the future we can build some sort of witch type. I need it. Okay. Oh, my particles are turned off. Well, nothing we can do about it now. I guarantee that hit him. What happened to my bucket? Did I, whenever I'm grabbing stuff out of chests, am I, dropping stuff in? Where did my bucket go? I'm going crazy right now, right? I had to have had a bucket. I picked up cobble. Well, there's my carrots. Okay. That answers the question of the disappearing carrots. Then what did I do with the bucket? Okay, anyway, we have a new bucket. It's fine. It's okay. We're going to push this guy in. We go like this. We do that. And now we wait. And now we wait. Particles are off. Okay, video settings, particle all. Let's go, drop all these carrots. Okay, well, anyway, in the meantime, while we wait on that, I'm going to destroy... I have all of this that I need to now lift to get out of here. I think I'm going to put glass on top of them for the short term, so that way I can make sure that particle effects are continuing to flash, in case, villager mechanics have changed and I am not aware, or any sort of thing. It'll be a while because you got to think that it's got to take some amount of time for both of them to enter the heart's happy place simultaneously, right? And then whenever they enter the heart's happy place simultaneously, then they'll make a baby villager. And then while that baby villager will get put into the farm, put into the growing position, whatever, and it's going to take him 20 minutes to grow up. So we still have at least 20 minutes. I'm not going to... Okay, well, we have hearts. We have hearts! Man, I don't have a way of checking to see if it's working. Because the baby villager is going to be right underneath this tube. Is there a way that I can, come up here and look through this tube? Nope, can't do it that way. Okay, well, we have hearts. That was what I was worried about. Let's go ahead and get rid of the sign. Put the glass block down. There's a torch above them, and I know that they're standing on a pressure plate, which should prevent all sorts of monsters spawning. Can I entity check it? it's a little bit hard to see. Okay, 8 entities, 7 entities. There's no way of being able to tell. I've got an entity there. I've got 2. So, like, the count should be at 3. Why is it at, more than 3? I know that there's like not a brick, but like a wooden block all way over here. Yeah, there is something standing there. I can't tell what it is. Is it a creeper? Ah, that's what it is. There's going to be more than one thing on it. You see how both a creeper and a skeleton were stacked perfectly on that block together? Well, that's exactly what was happening to Zombert there below me. So I can't tell. See now, yeah, we're down from 8 to 6, and now from 6 to 5, but still, there should only be 3 here. So what's the other entities? Man, I have no idea. So the only way that we're going to be able to check and see if this works is time. So to that end, I'm going to finish destroying everything else, and hopefully enough time has passed in order to have some baby-making action occur. With relative certainty, I believe we have a baby villager. It's so hard for me to tell, but I want you to listen. I want you to listen for just a second. I'm going to boost the audio through this section, and hopefully we can hear it. Do you hear it? It sounds like we've got a baby villager. And, like, if we come in just, like, trying to figure out, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's so hard to say. But if we look at these 2 lovebirds that are in our love-making hole here, they've moved. What reason would they have to move? Their AI is not going to be like, oh, walk over that way. No, it's not going to do that. So the only reason that they would move is if an entity bumped them. And, like, what entity could bump them other than a baby villager? Now, I want to try something. It looks like they're throwing carrots back and forth. Yeah, I do see carrots being thrown back and forth. Now I'm going to hit F3B here, which shows hitboxes. And I see 2 very defined hitboxes, and it doesn't work through walls. I see 2 defined hitboxes, but that's it. I see that guy over there. Is there a trick maybe we can confirm this? To, like... No, I'm not seeing anything. I was hoping that maybe I could see his sight line sticking out of the wall. But anyway, I believe we have a baby villager. So I'll let you guys know whenever that happens. If it happens, we'll try to keep an eye on it. All right? All right. And there he goes, all grown up. Look at him, and he's even a farmer villager. Oh, look at it. It's working. It's working. It's working. I was right. We did it. We made babies. Well, they made babies. I just kind of watched. Anyway, let's check this guy out. Okay, so first things first, he's a Fletcher, which means we can sell him string. That's awesome. And arrows, less awesome. I would have much preferred, the traditional farmer that would let me sell potatoes and carrots and pumpkins and melons and bread, I think. No, I get to sell him wheat, and then he sells me back bread. But it worked. It freaking worked. I want to take a look at one more thing. I want to make sure that the redstone here triggered Looks like it did. It looks like it did. And see, now this next villager tube is opened up. It's ready to go. We're good. And then everything should just continue along nicely. We did it. Farm's done. Ish. Hopefully. Now, okay. I have ooh. Maybe that's... I can't jump today. Goodness. Maybe this is where zombies were spawning. In that little staircase of terribleness that we've made. Anyway. Yeah, no. This is going to continue to work, right? I don't need to continue to feed them or anything. I still see them throwing carrots back and forth. There's nothing else that I need to do, right? They'll make babies and forever? Yeah? Something like that. Am I right? Not 100%. But okay. Okay. We did it. We freaking did it. I'm so hyped. I'm so... Yes. Yes. Okay, so hopefully This means we'll have true blue villager trading now. Alright, so there's only like one more thing I need to do. Well, I want to do one more thing, and then I want to talk to you guys about something right at the end of this episode. So, as these fill up, villagers will then continue to get pushed further and further down the stream until... Wait, we already handled this. I was like, I totally just spaced. I'm like... Villagers will continue to get pushed around and around and around until they get stuck here, and then I'll just have like 100 villagers just sitting right here on this block. Well, that won't happen, because whenever a villager makes it to the bottom of that pressure plate, this water will dispense, which will then drown whatever villager is in this block. Okay, I was thinking that for some reason we needed to have, like, essentially take this down 2 blocks and then where this torch is, drop them out of the world right here. Just essentially make a hole there and then send a villager into the abyss. But we don't have to. They're just going to drown, which is awesome. I've never been so excited about drowning villagers before. This is great. Okay, on to the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Let's hop over to my super secret redstone world. Alright, so we're in the redstone world now. You can see over here, that's where I built the iron golem. There's windmill I built a while back. Here's the prototype for the iron golem, the sort of thing that we already built. This is kind of what I was thinking for the mob tower, the monster. So obviously we need to update or renovate the mob farm. The problem that it runs into now is pretty much 2 things. Things with feather falling live, which is the whole reason. That's the entire way that we got those original villagers. But now we don't need them anymore, so we need to not have feather falling live. And then chicken jockeys also live, and that's a problem. And plus, like, it's just, you want to clean it up, you want to make it look nice. So, like, I don't know if I like this cobblestone glowstone here. I think that honestly looks terrible. But something like, you know, this magma block with the black wool, and it always gets topped with a magma block because monsters can't spawn on magma blocks. So it's just, this is a random pattern here. I think it looks pretty good. It looks evil. It looks dark. It looks like something for a mob farm. So right there, aesthetics, I want your opinion. Cool. Now let's move on to, like, the mechanics of the farm. So essentially what this farm is doing is we have some spawning platforms up above us, and you can see monsters are coming down with pretty high frequency. The player would do best to stand right here to AFK it, but should be able to be in range pretty much anywhere where they want. I have a minecart, which you can see kind of flowing behind here, and I have built this all to work in Skyblock. So this is all Skyblock friendly. So minecart comes up through, chills here. I can't use like an unloading station because those all require comparators. So comes through here, goes back down, right? And then this is a super old type of storage here that nobody thinks about anymore, and it's just incredible. I forget what it's called, but it's essentially infinite storage. You just stack a ton of minecart with chests. You can tell by the shadow that's underneath this hopper that there's a ridiculous amount. Like, entity count is 15, 16 there. So there's 15 chests here, give or take. And there's nothing saying that I can't bring that up to like 50 or 100. The only thing, well, I guess my computer processing power would limit me. And then I can just add more chests by right-clicking right here. So let me just grab one of these guys. Uh-oh, we're running out of storage. I right-click there, it launches forward, and it stacks perfectly. Awesome. And then to get the items out, I would just open up this reference chest. Oh, I want redstone. So then I come in here, I put redstone on all these blocks, and you can see redstone starts filtering out. It's a Skyblock-esque filter system along with an infinite storage system. The only thing that kind of stinks about it is it's limited by the movement, like how fast hoppers can pull items out. Also, there were only a few blocks or a few redstone in there, so then we shut it off, we pull our redstone all out, and that's it. Now I have the redstone. Okay, pretty cool. And then I would need 5 of each of the reference items. So yeah, that's great. And then if I ever wanted to put items back in, I would put them there, and then they get added back into the farm. And this is a trap chest, so I have a chance to be like, oop, didn't mean to put that there. I forget what that lever does. Oh, the lever. Oh, the lever shuts the farm on and off. Okay, so that's the last thing that we're going to do. And this is very much so like a prototype. So I'm not going to go into the redstone yet, but let me go into game mode. Oh, game mode 3. And in order to get a look-see-peek-see at what's going on in here. So we have 3 piston tapeworms, something like that. 3 piston... No, it's not a tapeworm. It's just there's 3 series of piston worms that are scooching back and forth. And it has to be made out of obsidian, but we could build it out of furnaces whenever we build this in Skyblock. So then you can imagine that a monster would spawn on this obsidian or furnace, and then the piston worm just scoots it back and forth infinitely. Now, why use this kind of farm instead of a regular farm? Great question, random person. The reason that you would use this kind of farm, and I'm going to go back into creative, the reason that you would use this kind of farm instead of like a water-based farm is because of that guy right there. Ender pearls. I want ender pearls in good amounts. So like to that end... and I'm going to grab all of these holder signs, which essentially do exactly what you would expect. So 2, 3, 4, 5. This farm produces ender pearls, which means, and I will never need to go to the end, which even means that in a traditional, like in a non-Skyblock setting, this farm would give you enough ender pearls to like not need to build an ender. And as long as like it continues, and of course, I mean, I'm gonna run out of ender pearls here. I haven't run it for very long. This is just a prototype, but I mean, there you go. These are all naturally spawned ender pearls. So this is the reason why you would use the farm. And see, now I just pull these out, and then these are all holder signs. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I would put these back. So, like that. Okay, so cool. That's the whole point of what I'm doing here, is so that way I can have ender pearls in quantity without needing to go to the end, which is perfect for Skyblock and even nice for a single-player world. So we're going to beta test this in the Skyblock. So I'm going to be building this next episode, and before I get started on such a large project, I want to know thoughts or opinions. What do we think of this? Obviously, the inside's not totally done yet. I do like having the glass here, glass here. This is definitely going to be the storage system we use because obviously it's infinitely expandable unless somebody has a better idea. We're going to put magma cream down here, which will kill the people that, kill the monsters that either spawn with feather falling boots and all the chicken jockeys. Is there anything else I'm missing before we get started on this ridiculous build? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Skyblock. Bye!